This is the Padres POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the
San Diego Padres.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, Padre fan? Welcome to your Padres POSTCAST on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. My name is Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease, and I'm telling you what, man, oh man, what a win tonight for the San Diego Padres. It's starting to get that magic feeling a little bit, isn't it? Starting to get that feeling. I've been around it many times, both professionally and personally, when a team comes together and things start to go and flow in the right direction. And man, it seems like that's the case with the San Diego Padres right now. They cap off the series in Arizona with a 3-2 win tonight, but it's the way they did it, right? They lose the opener in the series. They come back, they win the next two, and take it 2-1. Tonight, they're down 2-0 in the seventh inning. You know what I'm saying? Xander Bogaerts hits a home run to get him with a win one. Then they get to the ninth inning. Then they get to Ryan O'Hearn, one of those New Jacks, gets smacked, and he did the smacking tonight, smashes a home run and ties the game. And then Xander Bogaerts comes up again, doubles off the wall. Who comes up? Jose, can you see? I don't know if he can see, but he can sure as hell hit. Iglesias lines one to right field. Bogaerts scores 3-2. Mason Miller comes on. Senior Smoke, blowing it by everybody. And what a finish to this game. They were down 2-0 in the seventh inning. They come back, win 3-2. They get the series 2-1. They're 2 games behind the Dodgers in the West. They move ahead of the Mets in the wild card, right behind the Cubbies. What a win. What a series for the Padres. Incredible job. Hey, and Nestor Cortes making his debut, a lefty who they desperately need in the rotation. They need that lefty after Sears was bad in the opener of this series. Well, guess what? Cortes was pretty good. 4 2/3, 3 hits, 3 walks, 2 runs, but then the bullpen, right? This is where, oh my God, getting Miller was brilliant, right? And I'll be on Locked On Padres podcast tomorrow with Javier Reyes talking about this for an episode that you'll see on Friday. Mason Miller, another one of those upgrades. So Laureano, Fermin, who had 2 hits tonight. O'Hearn with the homer. You know what I'm saying? Wow. AJ Preller, right? All you guys were questioning him at the deadline. All those comments, all those people going, hey, what's AJ Preller doing? These guys are so far so good, right? Amazing results from those moves that he made. 3-2, the final tonight in the desert of Arizona. The Pods get the win. I'm Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. We're free right here every single day after the games on the Locked On Podcast Network. Thank you for making us your first watch or listen on YouTube, where we go live right after the games. Afterwards, that show's done. We upload, you download. Apple, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify, iHeart, you name it, we're there. And then you download OTT. Yeah, you know me. We're on the Roku as well. All right, it's Grease. It's the POSTCAST. 3-2 Pods. Let's roll.
This is what you'll be talking about.
It's what I am talking about, if you know what I'm saying. Jose Iglesias following Ryan O'Hearn's tying home run with a run-scoring single, in the ninth. The Padres rally to beat the D-backs 3-2, and they leave those fans heartbroken tonight, man. That was one of those. It's a beautiful win. Just crazy, right? They score 5 runs in the 11th inning last night to beat the D-backs 10-5. They stage another late rally tonight. 2-1 Arizona, as I said. O'Hearn leads off the ninth. Kyle Backus gets ripped. Like I said, New Jacks do the smacking. Bogaerts with the double. Moved to third on the sac bunt, beautifully laid down and executed. And it's getting that feeling. It's getting to be that momentum that you feel with this team. And Miller with a walk in the ninth, but otherwise he struck out the side. Morejon, a hit in 2 innings for the Padres. They've won 9 of 11. You got Jason Adam pitching in the 5th inning, man. That's all you need to know about this bullpen now. Michael King's coming back. Cease has been really good. Darvish up and down, but getting, more and more comfortable every start. And now if Cortes can be that guy, the veteran, and he can be a spot starter, you know what I mean? I think that'd be all right. Shaky start a little bit. They got him from Milwaukee, and that team has the most wins in the major. So if they're trading you, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pat Murphy, former ASU Sun Devil manager, is doing a great job there. So, Corbin Carroll hit a homer tonight off Cortes, and he gave up a sac fly around 2-hit batsman, which was bizarre. The Pods had 2 runners thrown out at home tonight, but just an unbelievable, I mean, even in the 8th inning, they're threatening first and second. Jackson Merrill, little dribbler down the third base line. Blaze Alexander needed to be in a blaze, and he dove and made the play at third to get the force. They don't score there, but they're applying pressure, like J. Cole said, applying pressure. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, applying pressure, and that's what they're doing. Because they've upgraded the bottom of this lineup. Look what Laureano's done since he's been here. Fermin's hitting almost 400 since he's been here, right? And he's your 9-hole guy. Cronenworth's gotten a boost from it, and finally O'Hearn chipped in tonight. So I'm excited to see what this team is gonna do, man. Like, you got the Red Sox coming in, 2 series coming up with the Giants, 2 series coming up with the Dodgers, and by the way, the Giants fading just as fast as the D-bags, right? So you got 2 with the Dodgers this month. You could be in first place by the end of the month, San Diego. And you're getting Michael King back. Just let that sink in. Un momento, por favor. It's just a win that is absolutely fantastic. You win 9 of 11. The Dodgers lost today. You're just 2 games behind them. And when you look at the wild card, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty interesting, too, when you're looking at the wild card, because in that situation with the wild card, you move ahead of the Mets now. Remember, you just swept them. It all turned around when you got the backdoor split in St. Louis. You can find me in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? The backdoor split in St. Louis. Come home, bang, you get the Mets. You sweep the Mets, right? And then the Cardinals come in right after that, and you win 2 out of 3, and you got the tiebreaker on them now, and now you're just what? 3.5 games behind the Cubs in the wild card, 2 games behind the Dodgers in the division, and you're shaking, rattling, and rolling, man. Unbelievable. Please do me a favor. While you're here, whichever platform you're watching or listening to us on, free, I might add, please throw us a sub. It's going to be great to be a part of that family here with us. Get that alert so you know, hit the bell. You're coming away with more content, and then you can come in live with comments during the show. You can hit us in the mailbag, all sorts of things. And by the way, I will say this, that the Locked On Padres podcast with Javier Reyes, which is enormous in taking over the Padre world, I'll be on that show Friday. I believe it'll be Friday. We're going to record tomorrow. So we're going to react more to each trade deadline bat that's come in. Laureano and Fermin have been fantastic. Now you got O'Hearn, right? Hit the home run tonight. And remember, he's an all-star, right? And then Miller with the big-time save. And maybe my favorite part of the season so far, which would be the moves made by A.J. Preller and what they're doing for the Padres right now. Man, I'm so pumped. It's just crazy what the moves can make. And you're talking about, look, all the moves that he made and all the players that have come and gone. And, Fernando Tatis Jr. had the night off tonight. They gave him a break. Manny didn't really do much tonight after a 3-hit game yesterday, but it was the new guys tonight, man. It was Fermin. It was Laureano with an assist on a double play, even though he's been raking lately and didn't really rake tonight. In the 2-hole, though, he was 1 for 4 with no Fernando in the lineup, so 1 for 4 with a walk, on base twice. And, Bogaerts 2 for 4 with the homer and 2 runs scored. O'Hearn had the homer. Oh, man. Fermin 3 for 4 tonight. Freddie Fermin. And what a heads-up play, moving to second base late in the game, moving up a bag, and just heads up, doing great, catching the pitching staff so far. No issues really there. You have the adjustment period and the implementation of all the game plans and everything that they do, but really nice job getting everything ready and going by the Padres. All right, I am Jim Greasehaber. You can call me Grease. This is your Padres postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day, and I am pumped, man. 9 of 11 for the Pods. They win 2 out of 3 in AZ. Red Sox coming in, mentioned 2 series with the Dodgers, 2 series with the Giants, and then, of course, you got the Twins later in the month, and then there's one other team in there that I'm forgetting, and it's a big one. Yay, it is the Mariners. That's right. Oh, man, with Suarez, who they just got back from the Diamondbacks, and you got Cal Raleigh out there, and, yeah, the Mariners are balling. They are balling in the year that Ichiro-san goes in the Hall of Fame. Ichiro Suzuki, congratulations to Ichiro. Great career. Great career. Anyway, Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Padres postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. 3-2, the final in the desert. Still to come, your turning point. Still to come, your star of the game. Still to come, a look ahead to Friday, and just some overall thoughts as we cruise home after a beautiful W tonight in Arizona. Go crazy, Gas Lamp. It's a beautiful night to be a Padre. It's also a beautiful night to be you, because I'm about to give you, some great offers from incredible companies who love to just get this precious real estate within our shows and get some access to you and give you the deals that are better than any deals they give anybody else. Shh, don't tell anybody, all right? Real quick with the comment, Jerry SOH619. Wait, we won? I left after the 8th to get a tall can. How did we win? Well, Bogaerts hit the homer in the 7th inning, made it 2-1. In the 9th, Ryan O'Hearn led off with a home run, and that was off of Backus. And then next hitter, Xander Bogaerts rips a double in the gap, and then a sacrifice bunt. He goes to third, and then José Iglesias punches a single to right field. It's 3-2. Then comes the bottom of the 9th, and Mason Miller, 3 in a row, bang. Just not 3 in a row, 3 strikeouts. He walked one in between. 2 strikeouts, a 3-2 walk, and then the 3rd strikeout. So punchies, as Don and Mud like to call them, on the telecast. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Keep it right here on your Padres postcast, Locked On Podcast Network. Your team, yours, every day. All right, just let me take this moment to tell you, oh man, about Monarch Money. So this is something that's near and dear to my heart, and it should be near and dear to yours as well, because if you ever wished managing your money felt easier, with Monarch Money, it can. Whether you're growing your savings or planning a big purchase, Monarch puts you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money, it's more than just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So in addition to managing your money, you are also building wealth with Monarch Money, right? I tell you this, one surprising thing that I noticed when I started using Monarch Money, all those food orders, man, like just the delivery, being lazy, so much money every month. It helped me recognize that and put a stop to all that, saving a lot more money in the process. You can share finances very easily with Monarch Money. So do what I did. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year with Monarch Money on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every single day. And then I get a chance to tell you, and this one I love. I got some stuff. I got some swag. I got some things that I need to show you here. Let me just get ready for this spot right now, because tonight's episode is brought to you by Game Day Hue. And if you haven't seen what I'm doing right now, check out this bad boy right here, the hat, the glove, all the above, and I'm rhyming. That's right. It's so dope, right? So Game Day Hue, yeah, tonight's episode brought to you by Game Day Hue, and so is this hat I'm wearing and the glove. For Padre guys like me, this really hits the mark. Game Day Hue makes clean, no-logo gear with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting your colors speak for you. Colors. No giant logos, just smart, versatile style that works on game day, on the course, or anywhere in between. I love rocking it on the course. I love wearing it in the studio. I wear it out in the sun, the white, you know what I mean? It doesn't absorb the heat. It reflects it. Gotta love that. It's the kind of gear that reps your team. It's the gloves too, not just the hats, right? The split shade gloves made for the golf course, or the perfect gift for the fan who has everything. You can wear it anywhere. It's comfortable. It's beautiful. You show your allegiance without being all logoed up like a NASCAR, for crying out loud. And right now, you can get 15% off with your code and my code. I'll give you my code. That's right. You get mine's MLB15 at GameDayHue.com. 15% off GameDayHue, HUE.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals, so now's the time to load up. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. Ask Ice-T. That's GameDayHue.com, code MLB15 on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team, yours every day. All right. Look at that. Leaving it up there, foam. Just a little extra. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Got another comment to get to. You can do them live right here on YouTube. And, of course, you can leave them anywhere you want. Subscribe anywhere you want. We're live right after the games on YouTube. Then we go to the audios and another video form with Roku. But we're on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, wherever you get your podcast. Do you think the division is realistic now? Yes, 1,000 times yes, Evan. The Dodgers are looking really vulnerable this year, and I think the way that this team is coming together the additions have been phenomenal, first of all, with Laureano and Fermin and O'Hearn and Mason Miller. It's really been, and you're trying some things with Sears and with Cortes. You're hoping you get a lefty out of there, and I don't know. But with King coming back, Cease turning it on, Darvish, you have to think is only going to get better. Pavetta's got a career high in wins. He pitches the opener against the Red Sox. But the way that this team's been forced to scratch and claw, they lead the league in sacrifices at the All-Star break they did. They led the league in sacrifices, squeezes, safety squeezes, the little things that they've had to do to squeeze out one-run wins when their offense was not scoring. They had to get runs however they could. That's only going to help them. Now the bottom half of that lineup is 100% fortified. Preller did a great job bringing these guys in, and if and when Fernando and Merrill start raking again, oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord, because the bottom of the order carried him in this series, right? It was the top recently against St. Louis and against the Mets, but then the bottom after the deadline. So the plan has come together really well for A.J. Preller. People are sleeping on the Padres for winning the NL West, Evan says. And man, oh man, I don't know how many people are going to be sleeping. Wake them up. Wake up, fool. Wake up. All right, Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Couple of things to do. Short time to do them in. Let's get to it so we can get through it because we always knew it. Yeah, boy. Flavor Flav, come on.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Man, it's tough to say because the bullpen with Adam and Morejon and Miller, and if they held the lead, Morejon and Adam did, they didn't hold the lead. They held the D-backs at bay when they were up 2-0 for all that time, and then Bogey gets them closer at 2-1 with the homer in the 7th, and then the rally in the 9th. This is, of course, where the game was won. The turning point is, O'Hearn, the homer, Bogaerts, the double, Cronenworth, the sac bunt, and Iglesias with the base hit. Doc say it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Mason Miller comes in. 1, 2, 3, strikes out the side. Padres win. The Padres win.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
This is a tough one. Mr. Cotter, 3 for 4 goes for Mean at the bottom of the lineup. Did a great job catching with those bullpen guys tonight as well. And you had some candidates from the bullpen for the player of the game. Adam, Morejon, and Miller. Fantastic. Man, Miller striking out the side in the 9th, including Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who homered off him on a 103.9-mile-an-hour fastball earlier in the series. Well, he struck him out on off-speed stuff tonight. Mason Miller, like the MMA fighter, Mayhem Miller. Anyway, man, but our player of the game is none of the above. This guy has been maligned. This guy has been criticized. He's been thrown under every bus imaginable since signing that $280 million contract after winning 2 World Series in Boston. His old team's coming in along with Pavetta. I could only be talking about, of course, the X-Man, Xander Bogaerts, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, an RBI on that solo homer in the 7th. So he hits the homer in the 7th to cut the lead in half, doubles, and then scores, the go-ahead run. So great job by Xander Bogaerts. And by the way, O'Hearn in there, too, for the home run that tied it leading off the 9th inning. So there you have it. There's your star of the game, Xander Bogaerts. X marks the spot. Nah, X spots the mark. It's exhibit. Come on, guys. West Coast hip-hop. You got to love it. Anyway, 3-2 the final. They win the series 2-1. They've won 9 of 11. And we're talking Cardinals, Mets. You know what I mean? Diamondbacks. These are not bad teams. Diamondbacks sliding a little bit. And so are the Giants, by the way. But 2 series coming up against the Dodgers. 2 series coming up against the Giants. Got the Red Sox first. Got so many huge series this month. The Mariners, the Twinkies, all kinds of things going on in Padre land. And we will be here after every game with your postcast. I will be. Javier Reyes with the podcast day in, day out. All the same platforms. A like for him, sub for him. It's for all of us and all y'all right here, right? So think about this, okay? The podcast, the postcast, we got you covered. And if that's not enough, we got Locked On MLB Game Night, every game, every night, all season long. Local analysis on a national level with the talented people who put together that show. Locked On MLB Game Night on YouTube, and you will get that as well as we cover the greatest game in the history of the world like nobody else with baseball. A couple of comments to get to before we get on out, and that would be, Evan says, wouldn't want to be the Dodgers. Yeah, they're losing 2 out of 3 to the Cards. I mean, Cards aren't bad, right? The Padres don't win this game. Pre-trade deadline, much deeper lineup, 1 through 9, says Elias Tripp. And I will say that you are right, my friend. The bottom of the lineup, A.J. Preller. Can we just call him the executive of the year right now? Is a long way to go, obviously, and I'm getting way ahead of myself. But, man, those moves are paying dividends big time right now. You got the Sox coming in on Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got ish to do. But get on out to Petco and support the Padres. Just be around the stadium, man. When a team's playing like this, the vibe is lit. It's litty like San Diego City. Walker Buehler against Nick Pivetta. Oh, Buehler, the former Dodger, he needs to get raked. 6-6, 5.74 ERA. Pivetta, 11-3, 2.73. The former Red Sox facing his old team. The Padres tried everything they could to get Jarren Duran. Of course, Bogaerts facing his old team as well. And it is going to be a great, great time this weekend at Petco with the Red Sox coming in. Are you kidding me? August, and you're playing like this. 2 games behind the Dodgers, 3.5 behind the Cubs in the wild card, ahead of the Mets in that second spot. What? You know what I'm saying? Those moves at the deadline have been huge. And now you get a day of rest. So that whole entire bullpen will be locked and loaded behind Pivetta. And then the rest of the weekend, hey, while you're here, I'll just give you this real quick before we bounce like Mickey Mouse. We got Dylan Cease going on Saturday. And then on Sunday, day game, that would be undecided for the Padres and Brand Bello for the Red Flops. Anyway, Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, 3-2 the final, 9 of 11. They win the series 2-1. Ryan O'Hearn, the game-tying homer. Iglesias, the single-scoring Xander Bogaerts, who had doubled and homered earlier to cut it 2-1. Cortes, not bad. The bullpen electric. Adam, Morejon, and Miller. Woof, those moves are paying off. Other teams are calling 9-1-1 as the Padres have won 9 of 11. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to everybody at the network. Thanks to all of you for making this so much fun day in and day out. This has been your Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. They did sell out. Where can we buy Sox tickets? You could buy them from people on their way into the stadium. Do I have to tell you everything? I mean, I could only put you up on so much game. All right. But go to a sports bar in the gas lamp and watch it on TV, man. You know what I mean? It'll be just as dope. And Evan says, I'll be at the games against the Sox. Hell yeah. All right. On that note, Doc say it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I am pumped to be here night in and night out. Padres Postcast. Day by day, it's the podcast. I'll be on it on Friday with Javier Reyes. Make sure you check it out, as well as Locked On MLB Game Night. Until Friday, 6:40 first pitch, be on right after the game. I am thanking you profusely for being here, as always, and reminding you to keep your game tight and your mind right, Padre fan. Go crazy tonight, though. Big win, 2-1 series victory at AZ with 3-2 victory.